2023 with your live show. You're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Shit-eating grin. For those of you on the podcast can't see it. Rest assured, I will 100% confirm it for you. I don't know what's going on over there. It looks like someone's tickling his feet. But anyways, isn't it weird when someone retires from a sport and you don't even realize they were still playing?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, you could have told me Melo wasn't playing anymore. I would have believed you. I didn't know. It's like he announced his retirement. It's like, I didn't know he was still playing. I mean, I do this stuff for a living.
He knew enough was enough when Dwight Howard tried to recruit him to China or Taiwan.
It's like, what? It's like, yes, Melo is retiring. I'm like, what?
Did I miss? I thought there was a retirement party already. What's
like
retiring from what specifically? This is like...
This will be like the Steven Strasburg retirement announcement. It's like I never play, but retiring. So. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we got NBA tonight. We got NHL and of course Major League Baseball going on today. Chris, as they say in Miami, ¿Dónde está Jason Tatum?
that's what my shit-eating grin was about, because I was just waiting for you to ask about it. I was stunned. Like I saw the run start to happen in the second quarter, and then the wheels just fell off the cart, and you had the Celtics kind of looking for answers.
You think they were looking for answers, Rod, or you think they quit out on the floor?
I think they quit back in the same game when we. I know I quit on them when I seen Love run by Tatum. I was like, no, you guys are done. No, not betting you guys ever again the rest of the series. Yuck. But yeah, they look like they quit in game 3 of the second quarter. You almost could see the point where it was like, yeah, but right there they broke, and then it was just like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, they just. To me, I just saw them quit out there.
Even the Boston Celtics Twitter pages, they put up a thing with a white flag and says, "Throw in the flag." It's like, oh man.
Yeah, a week ago they were the favorites to win the NBA title, plus 105 odds to win it all heading into this series. Now, it'd be a shocker if their coach survives this.
I was just about to say, does he even coach game 4? It's like...
I mean, there's the possibility. I mean, it's not over. It's not all the way over. I mean, of course, the Heat haven't closed them out yet. I mean, the Celtics, I guess, could come back. But it didn't look like they wanted to in that game. It looked like they wanted out, and finally they just took them off the floor.
I got the Celtics now at plus 1,400.
They took them. They took the starters off in the third quarter. I don't really understand the logic there. I thought it was a little early, despite no matter what the score is, it was a little early for it. And you could say, well, we're resting the players for next game, and so at least we have 100% strength. But do you think letting Jimmy Butler rest doesn't kind of counteract that? I mean, explain to me the thought process there, or do you just say, you guys don't deserve to play anymore?
Well, that's what I was listening to the broadcast. That's what even the commentary team was saying going into the fourth. I think it was like Reggie Miller and Jeff Van Gundy or Stan Van Gundy. I don't know which Van Gundy it was, but they were saying...
Someone actually listened to Reggie Miller and whoever else was doing the broadcast. It's crazy. I only listened to the other guys, the halftime guys and the in before and after game guys.
Yeah,
Shaq and Barkley and stuff. But I never and Kenny. But I never listened to the actual game call.
Yeah, but that's exactly what they were saying. They're like, why would you pull your starters? Why would you have guys like Peyton Pritchard and Luke Cornett in this game at this point? When you could, you're probably not going to win this game, but you want to at least build something trying to go into game 4 if you're going to have to try to salvage something from this series. But yeah, I don't know why they would. That just to me, like you said, seems like they've given up.
Yeah, it was sad, right? It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. Gonna be tough to recover from this as a franchise, you know, because you would have to say, barring, we can't say it is over until it's over, but barring this, first time ever massive comeback, even if they got it to, I mean, even if they managed to get 2 wins on the board or something in this series, I think it would be seen as pretty amazing at this point. Because if they win this next game in Miami, go back to Boston, get a win, then it's 3-2. So it really is, that. But
it's possible, but we have not seen any little inkling that looks like they even have any motivation to make the comeback.
I don't know. It just seems so weird that the Celtics were favored in the game.
Very weird. I think we were shooting a hockey video before the line came out that day, and Chris said 4, and I had 3, and we were like, and then when the line was out, we were like, "What? They're going to give us plus money with the Heat again?" All right, that makes absolutely no sense to us, but okay.
I kind of thought once home court shifted, maybe it would have went back to the Heat. But like you said, I was absolutely stunned that we got plus money with them. Just didn't make sense. I mean, I get it. The expectation was that the Celtics wouldn't just roll over and that they would come back, but
or at least put a little better effort than what they put forth.
No, but even then, the expectation would have been that they would have won because they were laying on the road, right? So it's like,
yeah,
gruesome. I just thought, where do you go from here? It's just terrible. I can't lay into them like I normally would because Miami's my team. So it's like if they happen to come back and lose or whatever, something crazy happens. We'll have to wait till the nail is in the coffin. But,
yeah.
There's nothing worse when it's your team and you're up there, woofing crap, and the other team comes back on you. So I'm not gonna let it. We're not gonna let the opportunity happen. But we'll just say, Game 3 was an embarrassment for the Celtics, their fans, and the entire organization. Carmelo Anthony retired. That's the big news. Brooks Koepka wins the PGA Championship. LIV, golfer, live, whatever. I mean, they're saying the LIV or live, whatever they are, golfers are saying, see, we matter, we should be in the major, whatever. It's like, who said they shouldn't? Is it just the PGA players that said they shouldn't? Because it's like, I mean, from what I see, you stack roster to roster, these are the guys that I want to watch, right? I mean, they're old and banged up or whatever. No, these are the best players are on this, There's a couple holdovers, and at this point, I think Rory McIlroy, after he was fined, I think would have switched had he not badmouthed them so much.
Right? I think he would have. Mm-hmm. Agree.
Anything else happening?
I'm just trying to find. I'm just trying to find the comment that was made about the live golf.
Live.
Is it live or LIV?
I call it LIV, but I think it is live. I have no idea. Kind of like Miles Mikolas. Can't pronounce it.
Yeah, that there was comments that live was for guys that were has-beens and aging and injured golfers who can't compete at a high level anymore.
Sounds like some of our competitors' handicapping sites. The thing is, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I looked at him like, man, can you get any more washed up nobodies than this? It's like any site with Ross Benjamin. Washed up nobodies that never was Vince. It's kind of like the old Joe Franklin show. You ever see Joe Franklin show in New York? I guess you guys might be a little young for it. Joe Franklin was a talk show host in New York, and he had this weird show, and it was like once in a while he had famous people, and he had a lot of famous people like before they were really famous, but he would always say, you know, like some of these people would be like Broadway producers or something like that. I'd like to introduce, and Monahan loved Joe Franklin. I'd like to introduce you the very, very famous, the uncomparable, whatever, you know, John Horschmidt. It's like, what? Who is this guy? You can Google Joe Franklin. You'll see like one time he had Gavin, the guy, Captain Stubing, Gavin McLeod. Okay. It was like, you know, wow, he has somebody on that you know who it is, you know. Crazy. Very, very famous. John. What? Yeah. Carmelo. No longer. Who did he play with this year?
You can't Google it. That's cheating.
No, I'm not. Well, the thing is, I don't know, so I'd rather at least have the knowledge and try to guess.
He was
last on the Lakers 2022.
All right.
Yeah, 20. Last year was last year he played. Didn't play this year, and he just hung them up.
Hung up the spikes. All right. Well, I guess it's time to maybe do some picks, and then we'll come back to useless jibber jabber that our audience has grown accustomed to. Can I ask you a personal question, Chris?
Sure.
You think my dog of the day? You think the music's too loud?
It's like I always say, you do whatever your little heart desires in terms of the music. I don't think it's too loud. If you don't think it's too loud, I don't think it's too loud.
I've gotten a lot of complaints lately.
You're getting a lot of noise complaints.
Yeah. It's like, you need to turn the music down. It's like, I'm an old man here, man. It's like, you need to turn it down. I can't hear you. It's like, before it was I talk too much, right? Now it's the music. Now I can't hear you. Like,
you know, the best part is like you're gonna get like the proper complaints too. Like the voice to music ratio is too much.
Well, today there should be no complaints on the loudness of the music. Should be zero complaints. I did it just perfect. Specced it out. And that is, I used Led Zeppelin, so there really can't be any arguments there, can there? The music's too loud. It's Led Zeppelin. You're out of your mind. Yeah, I know our fans aren't going to let that slide. So let's just turn that down. I know that for a fact. Anyways, Panthers get back home today. Kachuk pointing to the exits. Now he's pointed all the way back to Florida here. Up 2-0. What is the NHL, like kind of how the NBA keeps talking about 3-0s? What's the 2-0s heading back with the road team winning the first two in the NHL? Gotta be pretty up there too.
Gotta be a high percentage that that last team finishes it off, right? It's
just too many.
They do on away from definitely have home ice advantage now. You only got to win 2 at home, and you have 3 games at home. So percentage, I'm going to say pretty high.
Well, Chris, everyone knows where I'm at in this one. I've had the Panthers as an underdog so many times, I'm not really sure what to do with them as a favorite. I couldn't even give them out as the dog of the day in that video today. It's the first time I have in a Panthers game this playoffs that I haven't. Well, one of the first times that I haven't been able to give them out as the dog of the day. but actually favored in a game. Very unfamiliar role for them.
Yeah, it is.
Dun
And
dun 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 dun. Is that still the most popular song at a hockey game?
I don't think so. I
They
think
don't
it's
play it anymore.
I've been to
no.
Oilers games all year, and they haven't played that once.
No wonder
I was
no
shocked.
wonder they're out.
I was shocked when I was
They
listening to.
have some new.
I was watching the Hurt. I was think it was game 1, the 4 overtime game with the Panthers Hurricanes, and I heard the Good Old Hockey Game by Stompin' Tom Connors, and I was like, okay, I've heard this. Didn't think I would hear this more than Toronto, but I guess it's more popular than I gave it credit for.
Dun 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 dun. I guess maybe at the Rangers games, I bet they play it. New York doesn't care.
They used to. They
I'm
used
sure
to.
they still
Like
do.
when they. In Edmonton, we have this band now that sits way up high, and they kind of get the crowd going and stuff, and they don't do the organ anymore.
How many cups have they won since they switched to the band from the organ?
Well, we've only had the new arena for the last 6 years.
That really doesn't matter.
Since they moved.
It's how
Maybe
many
also.
cups have they won since they went from the organ to the band?
One cup was won in the building since they went to the band. So that because it was the bubble, so you can say that the Stanley Cup was won in the building. So
No, Edmonton. They would
not by
have
the
to win.
Oilers though.
They would have to win.
But it was one in the building. They did dance around with the cup. But not the Oilers. It's been 30 years at least since the Oilers have won the Stanley Cup.
Dun 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 dun.
And they would be stomping the Leafs. I remember it. Like, even the Flintstones did it. Charge it!
Yeah, you gotta have that song. I mean, that is hockey.
Right?
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. I'm going to write it on a letter and be like, hey, this is why you guys lost.
You gotta at least pipe it in, you know.
Pipe it in, yeah, exactly. I'm sure the Giants can say that.
The strongly worded letter.
and the letter going, you'd be going dun 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 dun.
Like you're sending an email chain. Sorry, which song are you talking about? You know, the one that goes dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, who do you like in this one, Chris? Do you think the Hurricane bounce back? They were the higher seeded team.
Yeah,
Panthers,
I
8th
know.
seed, right? 8th seed, same as the Heat.
Yeah, I know it would make sense to see the Canes get one back on the board here, but I'm gonna stick with the Florida Panthers. You know, Carolina just 1-11 in their last 12 games in the conference finals. You know, the Florida Panthers just on a roll right now. Got fantastic goaltending. Sergei Bobrovsky is looking more and more like a guy that could win the Conn Smythe if the Panthers win the whole thing. And you know, I think that the Panthers just keeping momentum going. So I'm going to take Florida. Also going to take a shot in this game to go to overtime. We've seen overtime in all 4 games so far in the conference finals. Get some plus money on it. I think it's around plus 300, so I'll take a shot on it.
Yeah, only way to go. We might as well. All four games of the conference final you've seen have hit overtime. So sprinkle a little there, and I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna take Carolina. I think we want a series. We don't want to see a 3-0. It's like it's been about because you look 2 games. It's not like they've been dominant. Sure, Kachuk's got them overtime goals and made it 2-0. But Carolina could have easily scored that overtime goal in game 2, and
But they didn't.
May say. But they didn't. But I'm saying puck bounces the way it goes. I'm going to go with Carolina here on this one. I think they make it 2-1 series. Let's bring a little bit on overtime again because that's what we've seen. It's been the common thread in all 4 games. in both series.
Oregon player looking for work. Craigslist.
Looking for work. Needed.
Craigslist. Got the Oregon player in Edmonton looking for work. Specialties include dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Definitely you need to know.
Repertoire includes but not limited to.
They
didn't play in Toronto either. Chris, not in Toronto either?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, time to Google what happened to it.
See, that's why I see Toronto too.
Capitals no longer use live Oregon. Canucks benching arena organist.
Boston
Capitals
is.
let their organist go after 22 seasons.
Budget cuts.
Yeah, well, how was their season? How did they end up?
Yeah. So when a team goes up 2-0 on the road and they get game 3 at home, team that went up 2-0 on the road is 88-21 all time
Is that in the series?
in the series.
Yeah. So massive. That's over 75%.
Sad. So, only 6 NHL teams don't have Oregon players as of March 3rd of last year. That is Philadelphia, Carolina, Dallas, Arizona, Vegas, and Edmonton. Now Washington.
So there's
has
still
an
an
Oregon
Oregon guy
player
in
either.
The Toronto guy just doesn't know how to play.
Say. We'll be holding organist auditions. Do you know? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you mean this one? Dun, dun. No, it's not the fancy version. Just the regular.
Is there anything else you can play? Dun, 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 dun.
Now, and play this while the game is going on. It might work better.
No, it's not the one we're looking for. How about chopsticks?
NHL parlay plus 2.5 Panthers under 6.5 total goals. What I say is no. It'll be a hard no from me. We'll make that a hard no. All right, let's move on. I know Wrigley Field has an Oregon player. Take me out to the ball game. All right. White Sox and the Guardians. Pirates and the Rangers. And Phillies and the Diamondbacks. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Diamondbacks plus the 1.5 against the Phillies. Zach Wheeler hasn't been anything special. I think a 4.40 ERA in the month of May. Tommy Henry hasn't been great himself, but I think he can be good enough here to keep this one within a one-run game. And when it gets to the later innings, I trust Arizona's bullpen just as much as I do Philadelphia's. And I think that the Diamondbacks one of the best teams in baseball in May in hitting against right-handed pitching, while the Phillies one of the worst against lefties. So I think the Diamondbacks can keep this one within a run, if not win it outright. I'm going to take Arizona plus the 1.5.
Yeah, I don't know why you would bother with the run line there. The value is all on the money line. Yeah. Zach Wheeler sucks this year, and the Diamondbacks have the better record. They're also 7-3 in their last 10 games, so they have a better record over near term as well. Rod, any picks that I can criticize? He's frozen. Let's put some words in his mouth. Canning.
No, we have a long-awaited bit that we're saving for later on.
Put some words in his mouth. Yep, now he's gone. He realized.
He's like, I hate this time slot. I'm getting out of here. There we go.
There he is. We were talking about you. Rod, what do you think of these? You got two left here. You got Rangers, Pirates, or White Sox, Guardians?
So Rangers, Pirates, or White Sox? Well, I'm gonna go with the under in the White Sox on the Guardians game. You look at I just don't trust either of these offenses. You look at the White Sox 2-8 to the under in their last 10 games. And with TBD on the mound, I'm going to go with we don't even know who's starting for the White Sox in this one. Still haven't seen anything. It still says TBD. And for me, Guardians 7-0 in their to the under in their last 7 at home versus a right-handed starter. I guess they know more than I do because I still don't know who's starting this game. I don't see anybody.
Nobody's
But
starting.
I still like that, right? Nobody, TBD. So and at 9, you look at the way both these offenses.
No, it's nobody,
Cleveland,
Rod. There's no TBD. There's nobody is starting.
It will be somebody at some point. But right now it's I'm can't find anybody. It still says
nobody.
TBD, but nobody. They'll put somebody out there.
Nope.
But
they will not. It's nobody.
They're gonna put the pitch. Maybe they'll put the pitching machine. They'll just have somebody dropping the ball into the pitching machine.
Nobody.
And that'll work.
Nope. Nobody.
The umpire just throws the ball up to the mound and it's just sitting there.
Nobody.
Where's TBD?
The Oregon player is still looking for work. Dun, dun,
He's looking
dun,
for. See, they need somebody in Chicago to pinch the ball.
It's like, don't you know anything else? Yeah, well, I know this one. Dun, dun, dun. Same tune.
But just looking at both these offenses, they're awful, struggling to score runs. The Guardians averaging 3.59 runs a game, ranked 29th in the MLB, and the White Sox averaging 4.3, ranked 22nd. As the runs come at a premium, that's what the under 8.5, 9 if you can get it. Shop your book and get the best number. I see a 9, and I also see 8.5. So.
All right. That leaves me with the Pirates in Texas. Luis Ortiz on the mound. I like the first 5 innings over. Way over. Seager back in the lineup for Texas. Way over. I'll take the way over in the first 5 innings of the Rangers versus Pirates. Over? Way over. Okay. See if there's any other games today. I always get sidetracked. Reds and Cardinals, Rays and Jays, and got the Braves and the Dodgers. Rod, it's your turn. It's a real peach of a spot you got here. Frozen again. This is kind of like now it becomes because it was his turn
Right.
and he hasn't chosen anything yet.
Oh,
This
now he came back.
is like the year that the Vikings missed their draft pick and everyone else was running to the podium to make the pick ahead of them. I'm going to take the Reds against the Cardinals. It's personal. I think Jordan Montgomery is not the same pitcher without Yachty in there. I think he's overrated, and I think all the value here is on the Reds. I don't think the kid that's pitching today is quite to the numbers that we saw the first time out, even though it was in Colorado. I'm going to take I'm taking the Reds here against the Cardinals. Chris, you can run to the podium, and then after that, we'll make Rod's pick for him.
I saw movement, so I'm a little bit hesitant.
I don't see movement. I don't see anything.
All right. I'll run to the podium. I'll take the Toronto Blue Jays. I know the Tampa Bay Rays, 21-4 at home. You know, they hit righties well, but Chris Bass is just pitching out of his mind right now. He's on a nice run, and you know, I think the Toronto Blue Jays can get to Trevor Kelly early. They're gonna have to, because I think it's Josh Fleming that follows, and Fleming's been outstanding as well. Could look at the under 8.5 in this one as well, but I like Toronto on the road in this one.
It's weird because we have another Rod, but I don't see anything in it. I don't see him. We need to hang up the other Rod, I think. That's what we just did. Okay, we hung up the other Rod. Now he comes in on this one. I did not accept it. I have to hang up on that one.
The perils of live television.
I don't see him. It's got to turn his camera on. Which, first time Rod's ever heard that. Please turn the camera on, Rod. We can't see you. Like, said no one ever. It's like, first time. You know, they say in YouTube comments, first. I'll say it first. All right, so we got Braves and the Dodgers. Who would Rod pick? Who would Rod take in this one? You want to take a shot at it?
I would say the over. Over.
Braves, Dodgers, over. Who is it? Who's pitching? Morton against
Charlie Morton and Gavin Stone.
I like Stone. I think he's got an upside to him. I think the Dodgers are trying to get him into the thick of things. You know, they're like waiting for him to have a big performance. You know, Bob Dylan says, everybody must get stoned. I'll take the Dodgers in this one. There he is. He's back.
Yay!
You missed it. Well, you got Braves, Dodgers. We both made picks for you. Let's see who was right. Rod, go ahead. Braves, Dodgers.
We got the Braves and the Dodgers here. Well, I'm going with the Dodgers here on the road with that nice big plus money on the road. The Braves, you look at the Braves at home, and they played the better ball on the road this season than what they have on the road. Dodgers did lose the last couple games, but I think coming into this one, they turned things around. Tough for the Braves to lose, or the Dodgers to lose 3 straight. just don't see it. I think they come into this one. If they even play this one, it's supposed to be rainy, 70% chance of rain. I also like the over. Another one with TBD going. Stone going for the two pitchers making their starts today. I like the over as well, but I'm going to go with the Dodgers here in this one.
Exactly what we both said. We both said that. Those are exactly the picks. I said Dodgers. Chris said over.
No, the Dodgers in the over.
No voice inflection. Well, we did the pick for you. We did the pick for you. Chris said there would be. He said over with voice inflection. So he didn't get that.
With them. It was close.
I feel like Bob Eubanks doing the newlywed game. It's like Rod sequestered off stage.
Maybe we could do that. Maybe it's a new format for the show. Maybe that will It'll be like another one of my brilliant ideas. we'll add that to my list of brilliant morning show ideas.
This is the new segment where everybody guesses what the other guy's pick's gonna be.
It's like Mitch morning show ideas that flopped, that yielded opposite results. It's like, I think the morning show could be one of my least successful ventures in online history for me. I have fun with it, but it doesn't have the success rate that some of my other things I've done. I think it's just in general, I think the live shows don't do as well as they used to. I think that's across the board. I don't think it's just us. It's okay. I'm okay. I enjoy it. That's all that matters. The most important thing is me. You just need to remember that. As long as we keep that in mind, we'll all be good. Tigers and the Royals got the Twins and the Giants, and the Brewers and the Stros. Rod, will let you go first since we both jumped to the podium when you slipped up.
All right, I'm going to go with the Astros here, and Christian Javier on the mound. These Astros, watch out.
What? Was that I mean, Javier, generally not a name butchered on this show, but Rod really went after it there. What was that? It was like he got the H for the J in, but then he just, who knows where he went with that thing. He went, as Tony T says, he went way off the rails. Not
Way off the rails.
Javier. The hell is that? This guy knows nothing. I'm not tuning in anymore. That's what the YouTube comments. Javier.
I'm gonna go with the Astros here. Just playing the better ball, 9-1 in their last 10, and starting to roll. You look 13-8 on the road, 12-9 against that run line, and then Corbin Burns is definitely not having a good year for him at all. He's got a few wins, but he's definitely he's in this. He's had clunkers where he's given up 4 runs, 6 runs, 5 runs. I think this is going to be one of those clunkers against the Astros that they're going to hit him hard and early in this one, knock him out of the game real quick. Bye-bye, Burns. Take the Astros in this one.
I'm taking the Giants against the Twins. Looks like a bullpen game. Brebbia in for the Giants. I like the way the Giants are playing. Don't love the Twins. Brebbia. I just think the Giants have a lot of upside, and I think we'll start to see that. I think the Twins have a lot of downside. Christian Javier. The hell is that? Yeah, they're really coming out of the woodwork today. Next thing you'll say is that Carmelo Anthony's retiring.
What?
It's kind of like when you hear somebody, they announce that somebody died, and it's like, I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah.
Happens once in a while.
And then I'll stick with the Detroit Tigers here against the Royals. I just like what Michael Lorenzen's actually been doing on the mound. I never thought I'd catch myself saying that, but he's allowed 1 run or less in 4 of his last 5 starts. Brady Singer, he's been able to pitch a little bit better, but he's still got a 7.09 ERA this season. I just think the Tigers play the better baseball right now. And like I said, I just want really no part of the Royals, especially when we're getting the Tigers at a coin flip. So give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line.
All right. Go to our final segment. Rockies and the Marlins. Angels and the Red Sox. And Mariners against the A's. Man, this sucks. I'm going to go with the Marlins in this one. Edward Cabrera. I mean, it's weird that he's favored. We haven't seen Cabrera in the favorite role much because he does have those control problems, but he certainly has a big high side. I'm going to go with the somebody knows something, and that something is Cabrera is the man. I'm taking the Marlins in this one. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seattle Mariners on the run line. I may have to lay -2.5 here. Kyle Muller just been absolutely dreadful on the road this season. ERA up over 10. And the Seattle Mariners, Luis Castillo hasn't pitched all that well, lately. The last time we saw him at home against the A's last season, had 6 innings of 1-run ball. They can get a similar outing here, and I think the Mariners win this one handily. So I'll take the Mariners on the run line. Maybe look at an extended run line here as well.
All right, Rod, it's all you.
That leaves me with Boston and the Angels here, and you know what? I'm going to go with the Angels. Tanner Houck on the mound for Boston, and he's been awful his last 3 starts. 0-2 with over 7 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's looked absolutely brutal. And not Berea, but Berea's on the mound, and he's actually he'll go a few innings, and he actually hasn't been bad this season with a 1.9, a less than 2 ERA and a less than 1 WHIP. He's having a pretty good season to me. I've seen a lot of guys that are worse than Berea, and with the better bullpen, the Angels have the slightly better bullpen here as well. So after he hands the ball off to the bullpen, I think the Angels can shut down Boston. I'm going to go with the Angels there in that one, even with Berea starting.
Whatever. I don't even know what to say about that. It's against everything I believe in, everything we stand for as an organization and the show. How dare you mess with our punchline like that?
Well, what was I supposed to take out?
I mean, that bit still had legs. I'm sorry. That bit still had some legs in it. That's what my friend Scoob says when he's drinking wine. He's got great legs. He just loves to say it. It's like, how's the wine? He's got great legs. Could care less. Great legs. All right, goes to our final segment here, and it is NBA time. I've given out all kinds of NBA picks already, so this will be a lot of fun for me. Chris, the Nuggets go for the sweep tonight. They could end it all in LA at the Crypto.com Center. Is the sweep complete, or does LeBron go out in Denver, or do the Lakers come all the way back? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a absolute war tonight. I think it's going to be a very physical game. I'm going to go with the under 224.5. I think this game's going to be closer to what we saw in Game 2. Bit of a slugfest through the first 3 quarters, and it's just going to come down to a more methodical pace in the fourth quarter. I think 224.5, just a bit too high. We barely got over the total in Game 1 Game 3 because of some late free throws. I'm looking for this one to stay under 224.5, maybe get to the 218 to 220 range, but still stick under the total.
Lakers, Nuggets, under. Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with the over. I think we did just get over that total, but I think defense is going to be optional in this one. I think we're going to see more of a track meet and see more scoring than we did in Game 3. Nuggets 6-1-1 to the over in the last 8 on the road. There's a team with a winning home record. Both teams 5-1 in conference play to the over. So and head to head, 15-7-2 in the last 24 meetings in LA to the over. I'm going to go with the over. Denver Lakers.
Forced inflection. Just didn't have
No.
Yeah, I saw you were on the Heat last night. Came over to the dark side finally after that first game rant that you went on about the Celtics.
I've been on the. I took the Heat the second game too. I think, didn't I?
I don't think so.
No, I stayed off that game. I did. I agreed with it because I thought the Celtics would come out the first half in the game too, and they didn't. But I stayed off.
They didn't come out. They got their ass kicked.
Yes, they didn't even come on the first. I think game 2. I figured they come out the first half. Nope, they didn't.
I haven't seen an
They
ass
come out
kicking like
suspended.
that since the Panthers Leafs
Whew.
series. Any murmuring there in Toronto, Chris, about like what's going on with the Leafs? They're gonna just clean house, or
Well, they already fired the GM, or the GM already got cut loose. I think they're probably going to do the same to the coach. There's
And-
rumblings about who's going to stay from the core four.
they're gonna raise beer and ticket prices? Maybe.
Probably
Yeah, there you go.
price inflation.
I'm taking the Lakers money line. It's not that bad. It's minus 140, minus 150. Shop it. You know, you can find it all over the place. Taking the Lakers on the money line. I think they find a way. The thing about this series that's a little different than the Boston Heat series is that the Lakers have been in every game. It's not like they've gotten blown out in any of these games. Game one was the most one-sided of the games. Then game 2, the Nuggets got out to a lead, and the Lakers reeled them in. They just couldn't reel them all the way in. Every time they got it down to about 4, the Nuggets extended it again. And then last game, the Lakers got to the lead after being down in the game. They got to the lead a few times, could not hold on to it, and then they had a lot of shots that just didn't drop. They went inside the rim, banged around, and popped out. Those balls fall, the Lakers probably win that game. I think the Lakers win this one. I think they at least get it back to Denver, you know, and maybe end up with 2 wins in this series. You know, who knows? Dun 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 dun. All right, parlay time.
Go with the Mariners on the run line. Go with the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'll go with the Detroit Tigers.
That Mariners run line is such a cop-out play.
It's for parlay.
It's just such a cop-out play, man.
And for me, I'm going to go with the Reds and the Cardinals over the total. We're going to go with the Dodgers and the Astros.
Panthers, Lakers, Rays. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to smash that like button. Check out our premium picks. Use the discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off. Did I say smash that like button?
Smash that like button.
Kiss your local organ player. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Try and act more professional.